What was that?
What on earth was going on there?
Barnard's gone ahead of Sam Bird. Oh, in the background, you can see that. There is Bird on the left of the orange cars, and oh no, contact! Oh,
That's Gunther in the wall there on the exit turn 5.
Oh my God, rolled over.
A big crash there for one of the, I think it was one of the Porsches. I really hope it's okay. I think I saw a car upside down. I did.
Yeah.
You did.
Nick, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm worried about Pascal. Is he okay?
I'll let you know as soon as I have something.
Pascal, are you okay?
Stop, red flag,
Yeah, red flag,
red flag,
yes.
red flag.
Pascal, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Send someone quickly, please.
Yes.
Turn me around, fast.
Are you okay, mate? Are you okay?
Red flag, this is terrible.
Yep.
Red flag,
Yep.
immediately guys. There is a car flipped upside down.
Is he okay? Is Pascal okay?
Yeah, Pascal is okay. Pascal is okay.
5 red lights about to come on then. A double header in Jeddah. Is go. Good start from Maximilian Gunther. Not bad also from Pascal Wehrlein. He chops over on Oliver Rowland down towards the first turn. Look at Mitch Evans on the outside there in the Jaguar. The inside is Oliver Rowland. Gunther leads from Wehrlein. Rowland looking for the outside line through turn 2. And problems there for the number 8 of Sam Bird. He's spun round, facing the wrong way, and is right at the back of the field. Up through into turn 4. They are all going 2 by 2. De Vries there on the inside of Jake Hughes. Managing to get the better of the Maserati, but a clean start there for the DS Penske, and contact into turn 5. That is the Porsche coming into some strife of Pascal Wehrlein.
Yeah, it was Mitch Evans who ran into the back of him there on the braking for that turn 5 corner. Evans has dropped back a bit, but look, he's got damage to the front left bodywork and more contact there.
Let's have a look and see what happened here to Nico Müller. So he's right behind Wehrlein. This is where, oh look, he's just catapulted over the back of Da Costa by the looks of things in the other Tag Heuer Porsche. As the lights go out and we go racing. Good start from Barnard. Great also for Jake Hughes as he chops over and gets the better of Oliver Rowland down towards the first corner. Into turn 1, Hughes into second. Barnard retains the lead. 3 abreast further behind there as well with Nick De Vries in the middle. Da Costa making some ground on the inside of Edo Mortara. And Mortara shuffled down into 5th position there. Oh, bang on the inside. That's Max Gunther careering into Antonio Felix Da Costa down at turn 4.
Yeah, just sent it too hard, not enough grip, and then a clear T-bone. There'll be a penalty for that. Yeah, he completely misjudged with tire temps, everything, and I don't think actually it started out as a pass. It very much was how do I avoid the collision.
Look at that gap.
Big crash in the background of the chicane.
Yep, down at the chicane. We've got Jake Hughes in some problems there as well with Max Gunther. And that could be a safety car, and it is. 3 cars involved, as a matter of fact, because Mitch Evans is also involved in the mire, and that is a disaster for Porsche, disaster for Da Costa, because he's got 5 minutes of attack mode that he's just gone for. And unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to use it if that incident takes a long time to clear. Let's have a look what happened then here. So it's further back in the pack. You can see Jake Hughes. So he had contact there with Gunther. Evans with nowhere to go. 3 into 1, definitely doesn't mix. Let's have a look. We've got a red flag actually, so that could be a benefit for some. Let's have a look at this though. So Hughes gets punted by Gunther. Into the wall he goes. Gunther's got nowhere to go. Straight over the back of the Maserati, and then Evans joins them in sympathy as well. Oh, it's just a slight kiss there with Gunther, wasn't it? And it just sends him wide into the wall. Jake Hughes. Let's have another look.
Not quite sure on this one whether Jake, if it pinched Max Gunther on the apex there at the chicane at 10 or 11, or whether Max just ran a bit deep into Jake. It was a bit of a tricky one to call that.
We're going to get a better perspective now of the incident.
Okay. I wonder if he had a bit of hip and shoulder there with the Envision as well.
Nowhere for Gunther to go there. It just seems like a bit of a racing incident. Was it Buemi?
Oh, go to develop. Yeah. Oh, big one there. It's the Porsche. That's Da Costa, I think, in the wall. It is Antonio Felix da Costa out of the race in spectacular style
It's
at
gonna
the
be a
final
safety car.
corner. No doubt about it, safety car. That changes the complexion of this race completely. So da Costa back in the pack at the moment. So he's got Buemi, I think, on the inside going into the final couple of corners. No, he's not, in fact, a bit further up. Oh, 3 into 1 just doesn't go. And da Costa biting off a bit more than he could chew there.
Yeah, it was a lunge on Nato, was it?
I think it was Mortara.
Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, Mortara and Beckman he tried to lunge at.
The problem is that Mortara was busy making his own overtake attempt on Beckman.
Edo, Mortara,
Copy.
literally pushed me into the wall.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Up the top of the hill we go. Muller it is that still leads. Now de Vries into second at the expense of Oliver Rowland.
Yeah, Roland's going to lose the places right now, but then when he gets his final attack mode, will be exactly that. He'll be the attacker. They'll all be spent.
But the risk, though, is if he does that and then you get a safety car, you get a red flag like we had in Miami, which is probable here in Monaco. You might not be able to use all of that attack mode to the end. Look at Barnard there on the outside of Verline. Side by side they go. It's okay. Contact and Barnard into the barrier. Taylor Barnard, the pole sitter. Sam Bird in the wall down at the first corner of Saint Devote. But let's work out what happened to Sam Bird. Oh! Locks up. Straight off to the scene of the crash.
Couldn't quite tell if he touched the barrier on the left.
Let's have a look at the onboard then with Bird. This will give us a better idea.
Locked up the front right.
One incident.
Yeah.
Then another.
Yeah, big impact there.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, so there we go then. So he's locked up the right. That sends him straight on into the barrier on the left.
Yeah, according to James Rossiter, it's broken the rear left when he's had that first initial impact. And then obviously broken the front when he's had the secondary one.
Well, you'll see, I think the front left takes a knock as well. Yeah, it's both. There, the rear. There's the rear. That's gone.
Yeah, you got no braking at that point, really, have you? Once you're skating on the underside of the car. But thankfully, the safety cell did its job.
Cassidy. Oh, takes him in the wall! Takes it in the wall down at Mirabeau. Straight off to the runoff road, and he can't get that rotated. Or can
yes,
he?
he can.
Fantastic!
Well, I'll tell you what, give him a point for spinning around in one of the tightest areas on the racetrack.
Cassidy was doing the normal racing line. You move over because of the bump on the exit of it, and unfortunately there was no grip in the braking zone there for Dan Ticktum.
Put me in the wall.
Yeah, saw that.
Great.
Lucas Di Grassi looks to be out of the E-Prix. That's a shame for Lola Yamaha Apps. They have had a shocker of a weekend here in the Principality, and it comes to an unsatisfactory conclusion, at least on one side of the garage. So this is coming down the hill at Fairmont. This is Di Grassi's teammate Zane Maloney going side by side there with Jake Dennis. Bit of hip and shoulder on the exits and a bit of front wing coming off of the Lola Yamaha Apps machine as well. In front of him.
Oh, no, that is Di Grassi.
It is Di Grassi, yeah, lunging on the inside.
Yeah, that was Di Grassi alongside Dennis. Not, I think Maloney was a car in front.
Yeah.
I think a little bit of frustration there.
I had a contact with Dennis. I'm in the wall.
Oh, though, that's Evans into the wall. Down at turn 16, straight to the Tech Pro barrier. That's a big crash. Red flag straight out here as well. And the face of James Barkley paints the picture.
He lost a tyre. That was a tyre coming up. It wasn't the wheel.
Let's have a look, see what happens. In a big snap of oversteer going through. Looks okay. Let's have a look. Goodness me.
Marshall was lucky. I'm glad that Marshall got out of the way.
Yeah, incredibly lucky. You can see the car was all over the shop going into the corner. Big snap of oversteer through there, straight into the wall. And as you said, James, the Marshall very, very fortunate there. Evans also, the Tech Pro barrier, dissipating some of the impact.
And it's such a big impact. You can see it brakes too late. The car bounces over that bump that we've seen a couple of people lose it on. And then he's just a passenger as he oversteers straight into the wall. And you could see there on the inside of the wheel, it's completely broken the rear wing. The hub of that wheel is shattered off.
The wheel nut's probably still on there.
Yeah. Yeah, just with the angle of the impact, it's just sheared that off. And we're very lucky that there's been no injuries there.
Yeah, grateful for the Tech Pro barrier at the runoff area after that one.
On the exit here, this is where we've seen some of the moves. Now you're coming up to the really difficult 16. Barnard again.
Just push. Yeah, we report, keep attacking.
Barnard looking for the inside, trying to challenge for the outside. Here comes Tictum looking for the inside line against Taylor Barnard. Into the final chicane, it's going to bottleneck up, nearly 3 abreast. Tictum going for the outside of Pascal Wehrlein. Doesn't manage to make it stick, but does get ahead of Taylor Barnard for 3rd place. Down the start finish straight we go. Tictum through for 2nd. Down into turn 1, Mortara on Barnard as well. This is getting frantic, fast and frenetic. Somehow, and now Dennis, look at this as well, on Mortara, challenging for position. What a race this is turning out to be. It's Roland in front of Wehrlein, Tictum now through into 3rd, Dennis on the inside of Mortara, carbon fibre crunched and damaged there, but Barnard's in the wall. This is where it kicked off, so Mortara's going to go clattering into the back of Taylor Barnard. Barnard with broken suspension straight into the wall.
Small touch, but with huge consequences. And yeah, Oliver Roland is actually creating quite a mess for everyone behind him.
Man, I feel sorry for you guys as well. This race was so good. Such a good race until I get taken out.
Yeah, it was awesome driving.
Byrne trying to find his way through there on the inside. He was getting aggressive. Mortara's going to get pinched here between Nick Cassidy. Spins it round, does Nick Cassidy, after contact with Edo Mortara and Jean-Eric Byrne into the final corner. Arms waving in the air there for James Barkley, the team principal. Let's have another look at this incident then down into the final couple of corners. So 3 abreast here in the mid-pack, and it's just going to bottleneck up here.
Yeah, I think Cassidy probably didn't realise that Jean-Eric Byrne was on the inside of Mortara, so Cassidy's turned in, expecting Mortara to go to the right, but unfortunately, look, we're on board with Byrne. Look, Byrne is at the apex, and he has every right to be there, but Cassidy's come across and left Mortara with absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh, that's Nick de Vries, who's got off onto the gravel, spins it round, gathers it up. Ran out of traction, ran out of grip. It's ripped a bit of bodywork off of his car there as well, so he'll be handling like a greasy weasel for the rest of this race, I'm sure.
He took a lot of speed there. That's why he didn't lose so many places.
Yeah.
When you know how it feels, huh, Karun? When you go in the wet on the grass, it feels like even faster than on the asphalt.
We see Tictum having a slip and a slide going into turn 7. Let's have another look at this. So it goes through the left-hander and yeah, just loses grip, loses traction and loses track position there as well. Lights up the rear tyres and gets it spun round, but he's now down in 21st place, unfortunately.
Sorry guys, that's done.
No, come on mate, stay focused, let's go.
That's a shame for Sam Bird, a points opportunity slipping through his fingers, and does a full 720. That'll turn your eyeballs into a spin dryer.
Like gymnastics, you get 10 points for that. Oh, this was...
Van Dorn.
Van Dorn. He's only going to get 4 points for that.
Yeah, not a perfect 10 for Stoffel Van Dorn. Didn't lose too much time though. This is now on overtime here for Nick de Vries. Down into the final corner then here, Team Radio.
Okay, just manage your target as you need.
De Vries down the start finish straight, attacking against Jake Dennis. Dennis again goes for that defensive line, but De Vries has got more power. Oh, contact! And Dennis loses front wing down into turn 1. A very aggressive chop over from the 21 of the Mahindra of Nick de Vries, and it's cost Jake Dennis his front wing, and I'm sure the stewards are going to be looking at that one. Let's have another look what happened then down to the start-finish straight. So they were side by side. De Vries decided to defend it down into the first corner, but he wasn't far enough in front of Dennis. You can see there, extra track position, safety car is out. We can see on our timing screen.
Yeah, it was actually, the issue is it was Nick that moved.
What was that?
It was Nick that moved from the left-hand side of the circuit to the right to cut over in front. Here we'll see it. Jake Dennis didn't actually move, he moved back very, very slightly, but that's where the impact happened.
Van Dorn also in some drama down at turn 16. Oh, that's a technical failure, surely.
Yep.
Coming down into there and no brakes at all. Ah, it's Da Costa.
Hit the wall.
Oh. Yeah, it's Antonio Felix Da Costa, red flag out with just over 2 minutes left of this session. And it looks like Antonio Felix Da Costa has come to the barrier there. So his teammates on board here with Pascal Wehrlein. We're looking at Da Costa. Is there going to be contact? There is contact between the two TAG Heuer Porsches at the end of free practice 1. Wehrlein goes into the back of Antonio Felix Da Costa, sends his teammate into the barrier on the start-finish straight. What on earth was going on there?
I have to laugh a bit because this is a very unusual situation.
Don't go and play poker, Tommaso. It's not the game for you.
And I got hit by Pascal. I'm in the wall.
I told you he's preparing.
Yeah, he was preparing, but he was already in front, and then he stopped in the last corner, man.
Understood.
So let's have a look at a rear view then of Antonio Felix Da Costa. So Da Costa's going to lift off the gas here and get biffed up the backside.
Well, he didn't lift. I think it was just Pascal being on 350 with a lot more power. So
red lights coming on then, 5 of them now. Who will revel in the XL as the lights go out and we go racing? Good start from Evans. De Vries chops over on Wehrlein down towards the first corner. Who gets the lead into turn 1? It will be the pole sitter then of Mitch Evans, who's got the whole shot from Nick De Vries, and contact there in the mid-pack. That's Max Günther facing the wall on the outside. It's also cost one of the Maseratis there. I think that might be Stoffel Van Dorn who's in some bother in the first couple of corners. But as we burst into the daylight for the first time, and contact there further as well, Mortara, and you can see front suspension damage for Maximilian Günther. Jay Penske's not going to be happy with that. We could have a safety car and a car pile up here as well.
Both
in
McLarens.
Let's have a look at what happened then. So you can see Günther, he's already got suspension damage then after contact. Jake Hughes is the Maserati that's dropping back in the mid-pack. And then we need to keep an eye on Günther in the middle here as well, because he has contact with Mortara. So that's where the suspension got broken. Mortara shoves Günther into the wall on the outside.
I don't know if he shoved him or there wasn't actually room for
space, wasn't
Yeah. And then this is where, you know, Günther's tried to turn left to come around the corner with no steering. At that point, you know, there's an escape there where he could have safely parked out of the way, and he's effectively created this traffic jam.
And we were about to see Günther get a face full of wall. There it is, crunch of carbon fibre. And then we get a traffic jam down at turn 6 to boot as well.
I think he was trying to be optimistic and keep the car on the outside, even though he was slightly behind, on the hope they then have the line as you run down to the next corner.
So this is Barnard's view of it all unfolding. He just have nowhere to go. Just about manages to avoid contact, but then gets a whack up the rear from Zay Maloney in the Lola. They look at Tickton now on Jake Dennis. Oh, it spins Mitch Evans round. There's contact at the penultimate corner. Deary me, it's all kicking off here on lap 31, and Evans just about rejoins okay, but Price there has to take evasive action.
Well, he's definitely spun Evans out.
Yeah.
But he didn't expect Evans to slow it as much at the apex.
Yeah, but so just to...
But he took him out. He took him out, no question. Not defending it.
No.
Dan Tickton as well has met the barrier. What a shame for Dan Tickton. He's been in the wars over the last couple of laps, and the British driver in his home race, that's going to bring out a safety car here. So we're coming down in towards the right-hander. He dives to the inside. Does he just outbrake himself? We didn't see.
Like it.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened. It sounded like there was a bit of connection with.
With the lock-up. He's dived brave and then not managed to stop the car.
Ooh, yeah. Well,
dear.
Side by side with Muller and Rowland into the final corner. That's going to open the door, though, for Evans behind, is it? And Evans still with those two attack mode deployments remaining. Let's see, though, what the difference is in speed here with Muller. Coming down to the end of his attack mode, makes the move on Rowland, but he's up the inside again. Is Rowland into turn one? He's in into the barrier. Face of, carbon fibre. The front wind's gone. Rowland is out of the final race of the season in dramatic style, and Nico Muller looks like he's not going to be going much further there either. What a disappointing end to the World Champions race. And let's have a look at what happened then down to the first corner. So it's Muller on the left, Rowland on the right, outbrakes himself way too late, and
Yeah. Don't know what to say.
He went for a fairly desperate lunge there, wasn't it, Roland, trying to hang on, and he was just going wide. I'm afraid that Muller was somewhat the innocent victim in that, I think.